It is quite crazy to me how ever since the Ryan Reynolds 2011 Green Lantern movie came out, DC and Warner Brothers have just treated Green Lantern like straight fodder outside of the comics for the past like decade plus. It's like they barely want to touch any Green Lantern with like a 10-foot pole in any of their major projects. After that movie flop, they really said, I really don't want to play with your ass no more. And it's a shame because you have an entire group of, DC fans who don't really read comics, like the normie side, for example. They're really missing out on some of the most interesting lore that the DC universe has to offer with like the different lantern spectrum rings and the Green Lantern Corps, Guardians, and the different lanterns outside of just John Stewart and Hal Jordan. Over here getting Ryan Reynolds to play Hal Jordan, the first live action debut of Green Lantern in a major way in modern times, I guess, and it's just absolutely terrible. And honestly, I feel like Green Lantern as a character hasn't really gotten that much respect since like Green Lantern the animated series and the DCEU with like Justice League Unlimited, where John Stewart was the main Green Lantern of the Justice League roster. Decent adaptations, but like after that, bro, it was just downhill from there. I remember back in like the CW Arrowverse, after the Crisis on Infinite Earths, it was hinted at that like John Diggle was gonna obtain a Green Lantern ring of some kind as it like crash landed in front of him, and it was pretty obvious that it was a lantern ring, but they did like literally nothing with that afterwards.
Except to say, expect the unexpected. Past 8 years has shown us anything, it's that this universe is far bigger than any of us.
And they did hint at it like previous seasons in one of the shows where Jay Garrick, I think from like Earth 2, like saw him and he's like, oh, you're not wearing your ring. Now, obviously it's not the same character as John Stewart because like even though they share the first name, the last names are different and they're just completely different characters. And Green Lantern, for the most part, outside of that short, very slim cameo in Justice League, bro was pretty much a no-show in the DCEU. Only time you saw a Lantern was the flashback scene in which they fought, I think like Steppenwolf, where Wonder Woman was explaining like the backstory of like the Mother Boxes and Darkseid and Apokolips. And that Green Lantern literally just dies like immediately. And apparently John Stewart, Green Lantern, was supposed to make a cameo in Zack Snyder's Justice League or his cut of Justice League, but then Warner Brothers said no. It's like, oh, come on, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And if you look at some of the original plans for the DCEU slate of films, where you had like Ben Affleck's Batman movie and like a Man of Steel sequel, a Cyborg movie, a Green Lantern Corps movie was supposed to be a part of that slate, but then it just never ended up happening for whatever reason. Now, bits and pieces of the disrespect really stem from the DCAMU, or the DC Animated Movie Universe, the interconnected series of DC animated films that were inspired by the New 52. Starting with Justice League War, it's like, yeah, bro, we all know that famous clip of Hal Jordan and thinking he's him, bro. Like, you are not him, and he got jumped by those parademons.
Stand back and peep the light show. Green Lantern's got this.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
And throughout the entire duration of that universe, he's really not in a lot of films. Like, he never got a movie there was never a Green Lantern Corps movie. You only saw like bits and pieces of him and like John Stewart, but they really did not contribute much, and there just wasn't a lot of focus on them. And Hal's presence in any of the Justice League movies, whether it be like Justice League War or Justice League Throne of Atlantis, he'd mainly be more of the comic relief side of it, so he didn't really add much to it outside of that. You'd have some funny scenes here and there with him interacting with Batman and him not really liking him at first and stuff like that, or Batman just showing off.
As I was saying, Green Lantern can do anything.
Except shut up, apparently.
The what, super strength?
No.
Can you fly?
In a plane.
You're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
What's this do?
Huh?
I assume it works off concentration.
How'd you do that?
You weren't concentrating.
You won't do that again.
Unless I want to.
Flash, my boy! Great to see you. Oh, now you want to bark orders? After I did the heavy lifting?
You're referring to when you botched my very simple directives and Wonder Woman led the charge?
Cyborg showed you a video.
He emailed it to me.
I really hate you, Bats.
I swear, in half of those movies, he's either, you know, just being comic relief or just getting murked, bro. I know now this whooping wasn't just specific to him. Pretty much the entire Justice League got whooped by Doomsday in the Death of Superman movie. And then to top it all off with Superman's grand plan of hoeing the entire DC universe by planning a full front assault to Darkseid and Apokolips, even though Darkseid knew every part of their plan. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Hal Jordan was a part of the guy that just got murked on Apokolips, and to make matters even worse, Darkseid just soloed the entire Green Lantern Corps in that universe. So every Lantern and every Guardian just like, yeah, it's over.
Darkseid knew every part of our plan. Those things that attacked us were half Parademon, half Doomsday. Barry and Hal fought hard, but were taken down.
Brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Hey, yeah. I gotta cut the shit the fuck off. What is it? Bro, what is he doing?
And usually after a Lantern dies, the ring would immediately like fly off and, you know, in search of its next user. But the fact that it didn't do it here just showed you that there was pretty much no one left. And Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League story did absolutely no help in restoring the faith of the Green Lantern character. The fact that any of the squad members were able to tag him in and of itself is stupid, regardless if this is a clone or whatever the hell. You literally see in the beginning of the game how he just uses the ring to just capture them all within a blink of an eye without them even being able to react to it.
Out for a few hours and I'm already meeting new people.
It's the Green Lantern, coming to our aid.
Ah, shit. You purple jerks. You're in trouble now. Green Lantern's gonna... Green Lantern. Nice. Hey, your face always looks so... What?
I was just about to ask you the same thing, Quinn. Wait, Floyd Lawton? They gotta do something about security at Arkham. You know what? I'm in the middle of recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk.
It's like, Brody, why don't you just do that again? Like, what would stop them from doing that? Like, even if they do have the Yellow Lantern powered battery bullets or whatever the hell, his fight with the Flash kind of confirms the fact that his reaction time was vastly superior to that of any of the human, aside from King Shark, squad members. And we all read that character bio and the overall disrespect on my man's John, bro. Whoever wrote this, please never cook again, little bro. Over here forcing this weird rivalry between Deadshot and John Stewart Green Lantern. Like, I cannot support this black on black crime on Black History Month, bro.
Four dipshit cons too dumb to know when they're punching above their weight. You're just gonna go from Waller's prison to Brainiac's.
Nah. Didn't you hear? We're out on good behavior.
We are not.
Having the opportunity to wield the most powerful weapon in the universe, arguably, and able to manifest constructs based off of your own imagination, and imagine dying to a dude with a gun. And the whole King Shark wearing the Green Lantern thing is just, it looks cool on paper, but it's just so stupid. Now, I've seen some theories out there saying that because this could be like a clone or like corrupted due to Brainiac's mind control, the ring wouldn't work normally as any other ring in the Green Lantern like mythos, as usually after the death of the wearer, it would just fly off to someone else with the reason why I didn't do that here was because it's not the real deal, and because it was under Brainiac's mind control, that's why King Shark went like haywire after using it for a little bit. But then it kind of begs the question, if Brainiac is able to duplicate the abilities of the Justice League, you know, i.e. like making clones like this and replicating the Green Lantern ring, why the hell does he not just give his entire army a Lantern ring? Like, give Batman a ring, like he'd be unstoppable. And what makes matters even worse is that this version of John Stewart is an idiot as well, alongside Clark, because Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash are like, yo, this is obviously a trap. Brainiac is not trying to have no peaceful negotiation. He's trying to run the ones for real. But then he trying to clear with Clark like, oh, well, you know, if he's just evil, we'll just throw him back into space. It's like, there are so many ways you could have avoided this. Why didn't he just use the Lantern ring to do a biometric scan of Brainiac's ship? Why didn't he contact any of the other Lanterns of the Guardians for more information on Brainiac's ship or him as a character? Use the power ring itself to look up more information on the planet Kolu. Where are the other Lanterns? Surely John Stewart isn't the only human Lantern on Earth Section 2814. Why didn't Batman use his detective vision? Why didn't Superman use his X-ray vision? You can make the argument that maybe Brainiac's ship was laced with lead. Okay, why didn't Flash just use his super speed to do a perimeter sweep of Brainiac's ship before going into negotiations? Why didn't they perform in-person negotiations on an open field where there were no civilians? Why didn't they just send in a communication device? No one said you had to go in person. Alright, James, it's your time to shine. It's time to see what you can do. I really hope bro's cooking behind the scenes with implementing Green Lantern in this DC universe, because that is legit our only hope at this point. Thankfully, we are getting our introduction to the Green Lantern Corps, or at least a couple of Green Lanterns, with John Stewart and Hal Jordan in the Lanterns TV show, a part of his Chapter 1 slate, Gods and Monsters. I'm a little surprised they aren't starting out with a theatrical movie, or like a theatrical release for the Green Lantern Corps, but I'm pretty sure we're probably going to get one sooner rather than later after the show comes out. But not even that, actually. Technically, we're getting our first introduction to a Green Lantern in Superman Legacy in 2025, so I mean, hey, sooner than I thought, actually. I mean, it's Guy Gardner, you know, but it's something, I guess. For the love of all that is holy, for the love of God, DC, please stop underutilizing some of your heavy hitters. Like, your universe isn't just Batman. I mean, he my GOAT for real, but like, come on now.
Say, bro, get off that nigga dick.
Y'all haven't had a live action Superman movie since 2013. You haven't had a Green Lantern live action movie since 2011. It's sad times we're living in.
Oh yeah, and that's Batman.
Batman's real?
Yeah, he's over there.
It's a real honor to meet you, sir. Batman. Sir, Batman, sir.
Don't bother. The guy's a total tool.
Followed your efforts in Central City, Flash. You do tight, efficient work.
Hey, Barry, you got a little something on your nose.
Really, nigga?